One thing that VP is lacking, that experience of playing big finals and some of those big games for some of these players, but I think they can get there.
This could be the time, this could be the roster, and this could be the opening matchup to put VP in an upper bracket game to qualify for playoffs. We've got a ramp push, bomb dropped, and round already in disarray for Team Liquid as they are split into pieces. YEKINDAR dies cat, Mir goes for more, but he can live, escaping just in time. And with Fame, with the bomb on lock, this is a recovery mission.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward for Patsi. They try to go back and get the bomb, and they will find Fame at least. Patsi's not been pressured yet. Him and Rainwaker going to tap out Jame. Liquid are coming back into this one, and Patsi adding one to the tally now, leaves it on this com player who's getting pushed near. Lots more damage, but not the kill. Left on a Flit, who's now been spotted. They're all so low, but this goes both ways, and Flit's got to get out of there. They know where he was back at spawn. He's going to try and reposition here. Will it just be him writing off the round?
He's going cat. He's got literally nothing to say.
There's nothing.
So he's looking for another angle. He'll get a kill from it. He'll get a kill from it. And, yeah, I mean, winning this, sure, they're low. But Naf might just end it insta. So he does. Big pistol for Liquid. That's a 3-on-5 back in that round for Team Liquid. They should not be winning that one. Great double up for Rainwaker. And Patsi hitting a clean head as well, even clearing Mir and Con, who felt like he had the round in the palm of his hand.
I think the problem is there, you saw, when they're pushing Fame in the ramp, you have three guys in CT, just swing all together at the same time, right? I mean, you have a 3v1 against one player. I think that was them playing it a little bit too passive in that situation, and they got punished for it.
Ooh, James sitting in this. He's tanking the Molotov. Not worth it. No swing out mid. YEKINDAR goes back to his B default. We have an A exec. Maybe exec is the wrong word. They are walking dry out ramp.
Yeah, that might have to change now with Palace getting smoked. They don't really want to commit to it. And fair enough.
They can wait for YEKINDAR.
They should abort this call. Like, this is way too obvious now for VP. Because you try to fake the default and go out A, but if you don't go on timing, now they know the jig is up.
Well, now it's only half the battle. The other half is the battle. Oh, Jame and Flit have opened up successfully here for VP. And no more reswing out of the stairs. That was a big spam kill to find for Rainwaker. YEKINDAR.
Nice.
Trying to thread the needle in through window. Has missed his timing on the player repositioning into Con, but can still milk this for a kill. It's going to be his old mate Jame. Ooh, it's right there. It's his for the taking. But out of all the ways for YEKINDAR to be learnt about, that's probably the play you mind losing the least if you're VP. 1 HP Jame knocked out of the round. And now you know about YEKINDAR.
This repos is nice, but they molly it. Mir has to hunt the kill, and the deagle spam does let him down, leaving this swing out con that YEKINDAR deals with well. Not bad for Liquid, considering the ways in which it could have gone wrong. 4 on A, and with Flit getting back into the connector, missing YEKINDAR completely. It actually still works out for Liquid, so 2-0 on this T side right now. VP have to save.
Yeah, getting the kill on Fame as well through the board in shadow from maps. I think that was a big one. Yeah, I mean, VP knew what was coming and they had the bodies there, just couldn't find some of the kills necessarily, so they're down 2-0.
Dul Barrett is in a mid play here. As Liquid look to split B pretty pacily, but that's not the way you wanted this to start. Luckily enough, they open up on a Norbert, and YEKINDAR finds a couple more. In the meantime, him and Rainwaker able to break down the hatches over towards B. And so Jame left to save this USP.
Feels like Liquid are a lot more warmed up by just even hitting shots we didn't really see in Inferno. Sure, more aim-heavy map, one where that's going to come less down to the util and rotations that VP were amassing on CT side of Inferno, but Liquid are hitting bangers right now. That's a good sign for this series.
What did you order, Harry?
I still haven't yet. I'm going to wait till we get about halfway through this game.
Ah, so it
That's
comes
the game
in.
plan. Yeah, it's hot, it's fresh. We're
Wow,
done.
this might be the worst game to like have to order food.
No, it
because
is.
You never
It's
know.
a very stressful one, right? Like on either side, VP never out of the game. Liquid game's never safe when it's in their hands,
Yeah.
right? So like, yeah, it's a bit of a screwed one to that
Scariest
end.
matchup.
But I'll make it work. I'll let you know what I order when I order. You want to get in on it,
Please do.
Yanko? You hungry?
Not right now, I think.
Okay. But maybe in like 40, 50
Yeah,
minutes.
maybe
over
when you
here.
start
After the
ordering.
first half in an hour.
All right, here we go. VP, first proper round here. James got his AWP. Rifles out on everyone else. They are lacking a kit.
Nice nade. And that was before he saw anyone. He'll see them, he'll hear them. They're running his way. Oh, messy spray. Mir recovers. Norbert still at the back of Van, gets spammed as Patsi finds a huge double entry. Surprise, Mir re-swings back in. Liquid have the sight, they may have the round. James about to call those shots. Probably calling them off. Does a kill present itself?
I'm surprised they're still hanging around,
Yeah.
considering it's VP. I think now they're just trying to safely retreat. Like that's why this is taking a while, you know, to make sure they all survive.
Oh, he wants the boot. James, he was calling for the boost. He wanted to go up and over, it looked like.
I think this
Liz
is.
said, who are you kidding, buddy? I already know what you're going to
Go
call.
on,
Yeah.
you're not teasing me again.
I'm not doing the boost.
He's learned well. The student has become the master.
I feel like this is just an sort of anti from Liquid, right? This pop and just have to sort of trade with Norbert and know that Mir isn't going to be somewhere close, right? Which would be much more difficult to trade. And I wonder, that must have been a nice shot from Patsi onto Norbert. That was a big one that Norbert, he did a lot of damage with the nade, but just couldn't find any kills.
All right, Liquid. Running amok. Got a mid-take for VP. They're going to send Flit storming up middle. Does recover the spray. Having a lot of close kills come through. But VP will take what they can get. 5 on 4. Flit's often given the AWP. He's not afraid of playing it in these positions, but we'll see if James allows it or no. He'll send them packing back to B. Palace smoke in. And a reset on T-spawn. Liquid take the bomb back. Patsi looking for the ladder kill. It doesn't appear. Not on this timing. And Liquid have a lot of room in mid.
2 players up through connector, but that bomb's still back over in the apartments here for Team Liquid. So it might have to be a lean back over towards B, or that bomb's going to have to run it in through under. They've seen the window player. Naf waits to get delivered that kill for free, and he's even going to follow up. Mir now dead on the catwalk. Liquid have just got to stick the landing here. They're literally winning every single fight. Just don't mess it up now in the 4v2.
Oh,
And
good
with
escape.
this drop through lower, Rainwaker looks to avoid all that messiness in the apartments, and he will have a safe route open for this rotate in with the bomb. Or will? No, he will.
He will.
He will.
No, it's quite a nice. If you where was I going with this?
It's all right. I think for this one, what's important here is the way how Naf kills Norbert, right? Like that tells Naf he thinks Cat is clear, Norbert, right?
Yeah.
So that's why Naf is so focused and so careful clearing ladder. He expects one more player to be there because of Norbert's position, and that's why he's able to, you know, that helped him win the fight against Mir. At that point, the round becomes really hard for VP. They need to move, and they lose. Fame also loses the duel from Shadow against Patsi, who was swinging bench.
That's even something that you can use in your own games, right? If you're in like clutch positions and say you're in a 1v3 and you kill a guy and the guy is looking in a certain direction, that will tell you,
he got it.
Wow, what a nade at the end.
Kobe.
That will tell you, hey, there's no opponent in that direction. That's where he was looking. So I should look somewhere else. Like even just that little bit of info, what your opponent's doing, can give you info.
Absolutely. And the players take that into account all the time, you know, especially in clutches or when they're going for gaps or sneaking through some spaces. You know, seeing a player with his back turn tells you a lot about, you know, obviously him not checking for you. It's a good chance he didn't think there was a danger of that, so that they don't have the information. So maybe you will push a little bit faster because you know there's no one behind you, and then there's that space that you can get for your team. But yeah, early on, I mean, so far for VP, not really making mistakes, just Liquid, especially Patsi, has been really sharp in the aim duels, you know. You had in the first gun round on B, finding the entries. Here you had Nav do it towards middle, towards Cat.
Well, you have some Mirage demons in Rainmaker and Patsi, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think even the fact that we're getting good mileage out of NAF is like that felt so weird on Inferno, was like having him and YEKINDAR struggling so much, especially when we got onto like the CT sides and you have someone who doesn't feel safe in any of the fights. It did kind of feel like too much of a way in for VP. So we have NAFly back online now and looking to recover across this series. Molly over towards Palace, and Patsi secures that opening kill in the connector. He's even seen the player in ladder.
That's the focus of the round. Now just get him out, but Mir saves him with that swing.
The lower drop's crazy.
Oh my god, you are mental. And he even gets 2 from it. 4 on 3, VP. They've conceded the A side, but they've got Fame back in spawn to try and watch on. Chase through Con, Mir down low. Bomb going to get planted wide as well. Fame not able to stop it. He's mollied out. This is a difficult retake for VP. They have some smokes at least. But taking space is YEKINDAR, pushed up to play with Naf.
First player swinging out from CT, catches Naf in the connector. YEKINDAR, head on a swivel, he nearly makes that happen. Leaves it all on OC, yet to frag here in this map, but he was a real standout player back on Inferno. OC was the one trying to keep them in it. And so can he add this clutch to the tally for Jane? He needs the kill, he needs it now. Gonna get on this bomb.
Oh, he got on! He got on! He had it!
Jane! Oh, he still has it! He had enough time to defuse it twice!
What a flex!
He's just toying with us.
The freaking Time Lord!
I can't believe it.
Watch this.
Oh
Dude,
my god.
Twice!
Everyone playing with James says he's a bloody genius. Is this him like knowing
I think it is, man,
in the millisecond
Yeah,
exactly how much time he has?
Imagine.
He's just thinking like, I'm gonna make everyone sweat right now. You know?
Dude, I thought that was dumb. I thought he threw it. I thought he threw it. Oh my god. Okay, VP on the board, if you can believe it. Despite some great shooting for YEKINDAR, he needed 3. He was swiveling.
Okay.
And YEKINDAR, well, he might just give us more right now. Takes Flit out of the round. Mir followed up. Rainmaker doesn't check. And Norbert up in apps. Should be dead after 1. No way, they're pulling back at 3v5. What? It's VP all over. Not escaping today, but out the sight is Fame.
Oh, could get spammed. It's always the risk, but no. Catches Patsi on the cross out, and it's left to OC again. A 1v2 ahead of him, and Fame and Jame to beat. Couldn't get it past the aforementioned AWPA in the last round, but this time Jame is far away. And so OC has, for the time being, a 1v1 open over here towards B. However, Fame's not playing this to fight. He's playing for sound cues here. Now, Curiosity could get the better of him, but he should just wait for OC to tap this bomb, and now that gives him the confirmation. James going to come back. They've played this so that they're never apart. They're never giving away a 1v1. OC goes looking for it, and Fame will get snuffed out on that jiggle through the doorway. James got to do it not once, but twice to OC, and he will. Gets the better of him in another one of these clutches. That's now 2 in a row for James.
He's so on the ball, isn't he? Just plays the same position, but a few seconds later, it's the last thing OC's ready for. Full belt of nades, but you never want to put your gun down against Jame. You never want to let your guard down. And now back-to-back 1v1s between the AWPing players come up for VP.
I'd take a timeout here if I was Liquid. Not necessarily because you don't know what to do, but sort of just to take a breather and give OC a little bit of time to reset. Losing 2 clutches in a row, you know, that's very frustrating, especially when they're so close and he had a chance in both of them. And VP just wins around. They really should never.
Yeah, that's VP all over. Again, Mir's just swinging out lower con. You have so many star mid-rifle players in this team. OC is a bit flustered. He's missing shots he was nailing back on Inferno. Give him an AWP and you expect the results. He at least gave us a 4-on-4. Can he find more? Patsi should be able to get this kill. Flit is a dead man walking. What? No one sees anything, and Flit somehow escapes with the goods. Mir's grabbed an AWP. And VP just slink back in a 4-on-3. They give away mid.
You have 3 guys in window right now.
Just try swing out cat.
They were gonna fight for mid. There's 2 guys in window, 1 guy can't. They're just making a mid-round call there. Outmaneuvered Liquid in this round, so they have 2 players on the extremities. Bomb is stuck in T-spawn. Yes, now they're just playing for maybe a couple of frags, try to cause some rotation, see if there's a way into this round, or it's just going to have to be a save.
I mean, Rainwaker's got to be the one to go get the bomb if they ever did want to attempt the 2v4.
Ooh,
nah!
He held it.
He had the timing. He tried to milk it for all he could, and Mir rather, just holds the angle and nails it. Sorry, I just hear an AWP shot, man, and instinctively it's like it's James. But he died first to OC in mid.
Yeah, he didn't give it over.
And so that'll be the save for Rainwaker.
You really do have a lot of incredible riflers on this team. We just haven't really seen the like what VP can do with Mir in this roster. I was even thinking earlier, like having Flit on this team is awesome because think about where he came from. Fours, who were playing great at the time, a team that have made multiple RMR runs, like the team who've almost broken into Tier 1, but never quite.
Yeah.
And think about what happened to Forza at the last major circuit. They crumbled. I'm pretty sure 2-0 in challenges. They crumble and they go out, and then the team gets kind of shaken up, disbanded. Jerry leaves. I mean, he goes all over the place. So yeah, Flit obviously left a while before that roster, but probably for the best.
You know, in the same way, MVP's run at that same major never even started.
Yeah,
so.
sure. Well, you know, changing rosters mid-tournament, that's a vibe.
Yeah.
Guess you can call it like that.
Yeah.
Little walkout ramp for Liquid. All right, through the smoke. They're a little deeper than VP were necessarily ready for. Fame. Is he aware that one player could have already made it by? Doesn't seem to be the case. He spotted one over towards Sandwich. Throws a bit of util over. Flit is close in jungle as well and ready to respond. Plant held for Team Liquid, and the nades don't find damage. Now all the util is gone for the Liquid squad. VP, meanwhile, still have 2 belts left. So let's see where they decide to place this util and how they decide to slice up this 5v5 retake.
It's not going to be easy. Altogether, no flashes going. Rainwaker needs to take something from this open position, and he sets up Naf for a reswing. Good 2v2, and it's traded right back. YEKINDAR trying to win the round. Naf just taking fights and feeling a lot more confident than that first map means Mir is out.
These are the sort of rounds that I disagree with when it comes to VP and that make me super uncomfortable. You know, 5v5 retakes on a Mirage. I mean, there's so many angles, so many positions, so many things that could happen. Especially, you should be aware that at that point, Liquid's money isn't amazing, right? So giving them the side completely, I don't know. I found those rounds always more difficult to win. Like the T's also feel confident when they're in a, I mean, 5v5 post-plant, right? Like they're going to swing for fights, and you could tell how easy it looked from their POV.
Plus, I think Liquid actually ended up with really good room, considering it was a 5v5 retake, right? Like you get someone pushed all the way up to jungle, you're just kind of feeling invincible there.
Yeah, that's the thing, actually. It's fine to leave it, but don't give them jungle too, right?
Yeah.
Like at least play for jungle, and that way they are a little bit forced into some positions where then you can use your utility.
Yeah, they have to go back to ramp, you can molly them, they have to go back to Palace, smoke it, you have options, but yeah, when you're getting swung out on balcony and sat in sandwich, Liquid are comfortable. Not in this round. James does hold A. Scoped up, taking YEKINDAR out. The AWP is still here. OC is just hoping James will cross, but he's in no hurry. Jamer waits on triple as the bomb comes back through T-spawn to B. Rainwaker active lurking in B apartments. As Liquid get ready to go A, they might seesaw this. It's all going to depend on the success. Jane looks for another shot. Missing so far. They're out in control. The bomb not committed. Jane picks Patsi out as well, and Rainwaker starts to walk. He might call B clear soon, but do Liquid have the time? They have to go right now if they want to make that call, and it's too late. It's certainly done. No hope here for Naf, and Rainwaker too far to have impact.
Convincing shutdown over towards A.
I think here it's either if he's going to stay in B apps, the bomb has to be with one of the riflers, and then they show bomb, right, with 30-something seconds left. So maybe you force a rotate, Rainwaker can make a play, and you can go back to B. Even though in a 4v5, that's still difficult because underground is open, and they can cut you off before you get to the B site. Or I guess they were just being greedy, hoping that VP is playing another retake round where they could get the bomb down plan for Cat, and then he jumps out, B apps goes into Cat, delayed.
Yeah, it's the kind of round where if Liquid get 2 entries out A, Rainwaker is suddenly enabled. He can actually have impact. VP might slow it.
But that's so greedy, no? For me, it's always like,
yeah,
sure, I see it, you know, I see it, but imagine if they get 2 entries and he's with them.
Yeah,
it's also like right, like the round is not going to be too hard from that point on either. But
in 3v5, you're really hoping when you run that round.
So I've been wondering this one, Yanko. Maybe you have some insight here. With Mir, right? He was always really good, and he spent years in Spirit. Was always pretty damn sick in Spirit. Was kind of the star over there, and then we saw him like duck out from that team. Had that brief stint in Entropic, but like very brief, and other than that was kind of doing nothing. So you know what happens to get to that point? Because he was always a very talented individual.
I can speak for it if you want. From what I heard, it was less about what he's doing in the server, more outside. Difficult to work with were the rumors, attitude were the rumors, and I find that interesting to see him end up here, considering James is a no bullshit guy. He would even say to YEKINDAR in this team, like, if you're going to bring this attitude, you know, you can be off the team. Like, James, not threatened to kick YEKINDAR, but basically made it clear, like, I don't care how good you are, if your attitude is shit, you're gone. So if that is the case for Mir, it's something you hope he's figured out, and surely must have figured out.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like he has to, right? Yeah.
But he is a crazy talent. However, he's also, you know, he's getting up there, and we haven't seen him play at this level for a little bit now. So I'm excited by the prospect. He's looked good, right, in this team. Let's see if James can mold him into something. We've got another B pop here for Liquid, and already looking lackluster. First kill comes from Mir. He can concede, drop his smoke as Liquid drop in.
Yeah, Mir fast around the short smoke, looking for these angles created from the util. Able to knock out one. Norbert back of bench. Norbert's had a bit of a rough time over here towards B, but he will drop the bomb and nails another. Norbert's putting on a show from bench. It's just Rainwaker. And if Norbert spends any more time tucked in at the bench here, Chiron might show up. So 2 in the round from the guy. And that's the round for VP. There you go.
I was going to make the same.
On that one, and I felt quite accomplished.
I saw the smile come on your face when you realized what you were about to do.
Yeah, well.
That was good. Yeah.
And you can see the difference when Mir is closer to B compared to when he's all the way out Cat. It's just much more difficult to deal with him, to trade when he's playing around that. Pillar did a great job of using his util, buying time with the smoke, finding the first 2 kills, really saving Norbert's ass in that case, and then Norbert playing for time, right, understanding what it is that he needs to do. Come on, OC, give us a banger. That was the one. That was the one where he could exercise all his demons, Harry, from the 1v1s.
That's dude, that was like the one nice Deek shot where you hit it and you just go, ooh, you know, like, and it just reminds you, damn, I actually am pretty good. But not meant to be for OC. He's going to have to try to do it on the entry. A little harder now. And Patsi takes the bullet for him. More damage done out of the pistols. God, everyone else is dying but OC. So Everyone's dying. Everyone's dying. James making them leave in caskets. And now finished off.
my guy James doesn't even want the ace.
There was a millisecond where he was going for the window and I was, nah, that's not me.
Money. Don't want to die.
That's not me.
Don't want to die. Forget the ace. Need 5 alive. That's, yeah, impressive. He had the kill right there. He is real quick, right? Like, There's so many things to compliment Jame on, but we don't talk about his AWPing as much as the other factors. He is so bloody fast.
Absolutely. And that core, Jame, Fame, and Flit is really strong. You add Mir to that equation. Ooh.
Oh, not a bad start to the round, but it's swiftly equalized by Jame and his fancy nade work over towards short. So YEKINDAR goes 1 for 1 in the opener. Now, Liquid is still kind of fine with that. This is workable. They've got a little bit of room over in mid with Patsi having pushed down through lower. And the rest of them now set up outside of A, looking for this split with Patsi in a position to apply a bit of pressure later up through the connector. Mir now knows they're out of ramp. Nade follows up, but not a lot of damage. Instead, they're just trying to bait them into Fame, and he's at least got one. If he can find any more from this position, he feels like he's won. He feels like he's done enough. Just the one and done, though. And now Patsi tries to spring the trap card up through Con, but he has also been spotted. Everything's been accounted for here by VP, and so that path up through the connector never materializes. Mir's head's on a swivel, but he's done what he needed to do, dealing with both Palace and ramp, and now it's just OC. Mir's still applying more pressure from inside the site, swings on out to drop the last man. 19 HP, but he takes every single fight possible.
You get a slap on the wrist there from Jame. I mean, your teammate's smoked off, the other one's locked back in CT. You're still swinging out default. Sure, he's getting wrapped, but Mir just goes for it, man. And 3 massive kills come through on that A site anchor. This is a terrifying Virtus.pro. There is no doubt about it. Liquid started this game lights out, boys. 5-0 on the T side, and VP with 2 retakes in a row. Suddenly a bunch of 1 rounds to saves as well from Liquid. They are rinsing them right now. Squeezing every bit of liquid out of this cloth.
Just endless nades. And so Patsi never even gets to see the nade that kills him. Liquid, 1 more chance to find 7 at the end of this half. Virtus.pro having successfully turned this game around from the 5-0 start that this opened with in Liquid's favor. They've now at bare minimum 1 out the half. And they're looking to chain together 7. Oh, wait, that's not right. What am I saying? How does maths work?
What are you saying?
6.
They won
6 in a row.
This would be their 6th.
This would be their 6th in a row. There you go, that's what I meant.
They won 8 out of the last 9.
There you go, that's another way of putting it. Thank you, Yanko. Ooh, OC, opener. Nice, love that for the guy. Mir dead, trying to be a nuisance on... Oh, another nade. Wrong boxes.
Oh, Flit just runs out under. And he even commits to it. See, won't stop him.
The thing that's
scary
scary
him
now...
throwing the flash rush, but you didn't saw him peek after the flash? Seriously?
Dude.
I love this.
I'm grinding. I'm looking for the hey cheese there, bro.
Oh,
there you go. Simultaneous. That's fine. That's fine.
You even said it, so it's all good.
All right.
4v2 now. YEKINDAR and Nav, the quiet players from last map who have had high impact on this one. Shut it. As we go into this A contact. Again, VP giving it up completely. But this is fine. Last of the half. They have the nades. They know what's open. And it will all dawn on them very soon.
Even this like feels weird if you're Liquid, right? You're 2v4 and no one shot at you yet. You're out through ramp. You're out through Palace. And you've not seen a single person. This feels too good to be true, but they're just going to take it. YEKINDAR says, look, they've probably backed off. I know these guys.
Uh-oh.
But the molly burns out Naf into the open. Him and YEKINDAR, 2 bottom performers from that last map, left up in the 2v4. And Naf has not seen or heard anything yet. This is very slow from VP. They still have nades on Fame, but they're never even needed. Jame fires 1 off through the wall. And now the bomb's not planted for YEKINDAR. He's got to stop them all before they cross, and that's never going to happen. They knock him out, and they'll go on to find 9 at the end of this first half.
Harry,
Yeah.
what do you reckon? Is it time?
Yeah, it's time.
You think?
Yeah.
You think it's happening?
I think it's happening. I think it's James time off in this one. I think VP have got it in the bag. It's scary, man. I don't know. I want Liquid to win. I got them in my fantasy. I got them as my guy. I got Naf as my player that my bet or whatever's riding on here. So I need Liquid to win this, but I don't know if they will.
Maybe he makes a mad lower bracket run.
Yeah, that could be the way.
Mid bracket, whatever. Plays more games, pads his stats. Who knows?
All right. Maybe I'm safe then. Maybe it's all going to work out. Let's see. Virtus.pro lead the way. So does James, topping the charts here at the end of that first half. Let's play out into the A site. They go 1 for 1 on the opener. Rainwaker from Spawn yet to play his hand, so he's going to get that one for free. Now they know about him. The next one's going to cost him. Flash goes over, and Rainwaker delivers another kill. Now the bomb is away from Virtus.pro, dropped out in the spawn for Mir and James. This is a pretty tricky 2v4.
Anything's possible. Little crossfire here with a
This
third
one shouldn't be.
CT. Yeah, it should be done with no util. Unless Rainwaker oversteps, not looking likely. Mir staying crouched, otherwise his head could be seen through this box. James going to peek deep, but they've got to worry about close. There's that flash. He goes hunting, but the trades are in, and Liquid will sweep this one under the fridge, 7-9, with a pistol round.
And probably something that still keeps them alive in this game is the fact that they won the pistol and converted in the first half. Even won the first gun round. Look at the rounds that Liquid won. It was the pistol round conversion. The second round, it was, they went into a stack but managed to get the kills. First gun round, getting the entries on B from Patsi. Second gun round, getting the entries from Naf on Cat, really. And that one round where they had the 5v5 post plant where they exploded A behind the lurk smoke. That was a nice round, for example, right? That was a cool little concept. We saw them do that on Inferno where they throw the fast mid smoke a lot, and then some of the rounds, like one of the rounds, they end up executing behind it. I mean, that's a little bit just how Mirage works too. It's very aim duel heavy. We saw a couple of times Flit or Fame push up mid, get an entry kill. It's not just that you're a man down, but your opponents have a lot of information. Those rounds are very difficult to win.
He's been running just the dualies in the second round a lot here, trying to make that AWP money, and he will. I know the dollars made, the extra money padding his account means that AWP gets to make an appearance for Liquid straight away.
It's when they're not going to force, right? No bomb plant, T-side pistol. You're not going to see a lot of forces in that position, especially not from a team like VP. To go for a rush is uncharacteristic.
These rounds are really important, though. Like, if you're on T side, you have to know exactly what you want to do in this round. When they have an op, you don't have an op, you don't have full utility either. You need to have a plan. You can't just be like, yeah, let's just do default, whatever, because you can really get picked off heavily by the AWP. And here we see it. Actually, he got cleared deep in apps. I'm surprised Fame loses that fight.
I'm even
he did this to him on Inferno as well.
That's actually messed up. That's not cool.
Aussie's gonna dream about Flit tonight.
Dude, the thing that's so mad,
not dreaming.
OC had such a good start to the round. He landed the jump out towards Cat while simultaneously blocking the window smoke. So that never landed. It was meant to be a good start to the round from OC. That's kind of what all the movement, the positioning he had, is what it all screamed. But cancelled out by Flit and his keen aim out in mid. Flit might even get more.
Oh, he will just squeeze the trigger in time. They're out B. Good shot for YEKINDAR. Grabs that all, puts it to use, and stops Norbert from getting any more space, giving time for Naf to rotate as well, and putting VP into a questionable position. James is making noise at B, but he ain't committing at 40 seconds. So he's trying to make it look like a fake. Do they save here, really? Or do they try walk in late?
There's a lot of time on the clock. Why? I'm not really sure why Liquid also doesn't think anyone can be A. Maybe Rainwaker heard Mir go back to B. They're not worried about A. They know that both players are here. So they probably got some information that we didn't see yet again.
This guy, man. Unbelievable. It was a nice week off I had, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I see why you quit, Rush. I see why you left.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you even say?
I don't know.
Can you give him a slap for me, Hugo? Is
Yeah,
that all right?
I don't think I want to be honest.
He doesn't want to lose his arm.
Rush, you want to swap out? I feel a lot safer.
If he wants to, yeah, sure. It's Mirage, so it's never fun. So.
He's not jumping at joy at a chance.
No, of course not.
No, I want to do this game properly. But you see,
that way we can't
they
have you
know
observing
VP is all about reactions, right? YEKINDAR obviously knows this. Anyone who watches them knows this. So a great sort of presence of mind to also pick up the op and just hold. He knows like that once they do the mid re-push, VP will be aware of it, try to react on the sides. He's one step ahead, punishes Norbert. That was the one opening for VP.
Patsi saw him get in, and so this one should be free.
Comes at a cost, even with that kill. Nothing is free on VP's terms. You know, James gives you a lift to work in the morning. He'll invoice you for the gas.
I think you also see this is what Liquid was doing and what happened to them on Inferno on their T side. They saved 2 guns in the first gun round on 2-0, and now look at it. Mir and James are out of cash. Okay, James got the 1 kill, so they will just get 2,900 next round. But the rest of the team will have enough for AKs and whatnot, so they will have to play with pistols or a Galil or a Scout. That's your second gun round, unless they plant the bomb here. Like that would be really big for them.
Get it out just about, but they're chasing him down. Escaping here is a pipe dream. Still taking 1 is good, and it sets up OC to drop that bomb. Massive info for Team Liquid, but don't jump that rotation. Flit still coming in on Con. Nav needs his kill clean, and it will be delivered 10-9. Liquid making this uncomfortable for VP, as you say, Yanko. The money is not perfect.
Yeah, it was my bad. It's not 2,900, it's 3,400, but it's still not ideal, right? We see James actually gets the AWP from Flit. They swap out, but look at their nades. Like, Mir has a smoke. James and Flit have no nades. Norbert doesn't have a smoke. They have 1 smoke.
2 smokes.
2 smoke.
Go for a ramp pick. Nothing crosses. They're close ramp. Oh, boy. James does not miss those. Hyper aware, even with the molly shielding. And because that was Rainwaker, maybe they're not ready for a YEKINDAR, but of course VP back off anyway. Recede into T-spawn. A chance for OC. Gone right past him as VP try and equalize here.
In a round where you don't have a lot of util like this, getting an early fight. A walk there from Flit, punished by YEKINDAR, who's aggressive. And so that, like, early 5v4 that you worked for when you get rewarded for the aggression that Liquid dish out over towards ramp is punished eventually. VP no longer have that to rely on. They've got this 1 smoke on James. And that's all that's left in this A play. This is one as well where saving can't help them going forward. They've got to try and get some return on investment going on here. So smoke goes out over towards jungle. They cross at the stairs. Liquid have given them a fair bit of room here. And so working within the limitations, VP is still going to find their way to a bomb plant.
Norbert has the power position here in this post plant. Just whether down to whether they clear him or not. Mir gets killed coming off the bomb. It's the price VP have to pay. Was it worth it? Can they squeeze anything out of this 3-on-4? YEKINDAR looking like he wants to clear this. Norbert just being patient, but he will be checked as he swings into the rifle. 2-on-4. James needs to take a peek, and OC is so patient, ready for exactly that reaction. Winning the round now. Fame is mollied out. No hope, no chance, no round for VP. It's Liquid winning by 2. Very composed retakes today, I will say, for Liquid. They had 1 or 2 on Inferno that were very smooth. That is another example. OC locks James into ramp. Norbert feels the pressure to make a move.
Just wild to me whenever I see, you know, like, Norbert's holding jungle and YEKINDAR's like pushing up and just kills the planter. And Fame is still in apps. I think they played like 2 They had to risk something to play more together. They smoked jungle, so Jay maybe should go with Norbert and Mir and hold Cat, right? And then at least they're really fighting for that control. Split has just been great today in finding openings in these defaults.
We'll get burnt out though, dinked and burnt. It's down to OC on the A side, but the smoke and Palace shuts them out, and Norbert even gets picked to B. Double AWPing for Liquid and finding the results from it. VP, they may have opening kills, but they can't convert these post plants.
And here they were just they were just a little bit too late to walk out. They wanted to walk out apps, A apps. Basically, it was a fake of a default or just sending Flit by himself. I think it was OC and Patsi were already on the way back. They spotted them. They smoked off apps, so they had to abort that play.
What about this clear? That's nice. They've got so much info now.
Yeah, Liquid is doing a good job of being proactive in the mid round.
Oh, did he see him? I don't think he did. Kill the cat player. No one's even considering this. Ouch.
There it is. Now found for free over on Cat. This shot from OC's AWP as he smoked off the line, and room getting taken from VP. Patsi on the backstab. Might not be able to stop the bomb, but is going to be there immediately to punish the planter. There's one kill locked in for Patsi. Tries to make it the double. Flashes of bullying James, but he will go out fighting for that trade. James boxed in. His teammate watches on from jungle, covering the cross and the close side run up, but a little wide for Rainwaker around the bench. Leaves it now all on Mir. 1v2. Bomb's planted for Con. Liquid have not tapped the bomb yet. But that jump check for Mir is clumsy, it's ugly, and Rainwaker will get the better of him. So this scoreline keeps amassing for Team Liquid.
They tapped it, he checked it. He saw, we see people use that wide plant just a little further back from triple because you're not open to short when you do it. But it also lets him check the bomb, and there's no one defusing but around the corner. And he sees it's empty, and then he tries to jump in the cubby, which, sure, that's one of the things you can do. But even if you land the jump, you're locked in the corner, and he couldn't even land the jump. That looked very ugly. That's like a, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it did seem a little bit sketchy, and this is a good timeout from VP. They need to figure out what they want to do. The double op setup isn't in play anymore. Nav didn't want to rebuy an op. So it will be interesting to see if VP still expects it or not. Liquid has done a good job of breaking up their default, right? You go back to the first gun round, double push apps to get rid of Fame. Now Nav with the second op, punishing the reaction from Norbert. We had YEKINDAR killing from Cat earlier. So this reactionary sort of default style CS hasn't really worked that great for VP.
Can't believe they're crumbling with the amount of opening kills they've had. Fame even escapes. Another 5v4 for VP. Add it to the long list. The last 2 rounds they've had it as well. And neither of them converted. Will this be a change of tune for VP to find 10?
Oh, not off to a bad start.
Like how he doesn't fire there.
Yeah, just holds his nerve, right?
Just doesn't want to show them how deep the AWP is. It's not waiting top boxes, it's aggressively looking for a pick. Jame and aggressive, not often in the same sentence. Unless preluded by passive.
Looking like they want to go back and group for another one of these A hits. Reaggro from Liquid in the mid round here. They're trying to sniff out what's happening in middle, seeing if VP are looking to do anything with this real estate. And they are just seconds away from getting this info. Flit fighting and bottom of Con is spammed out by YEKINDAR. Second man throws himself up into the mix, and that's one hell of a double for Mir. Rainwaker could have found him through the smoke, but elects not to fire off. And so with no kill found here in the 2-on-3, that doesn't change soon. Liquid should just be looking to save these guns.
Surprised they call it so easy. they have loads of money.
If they have money on OC and NAF.
I guess.
And Rainwaker at the end of the round.
Yeah, you know, to go ahead in and go for a 1v1.
But, you know, I mean, Yanko said he already felt like economy kind of cost them the battle back on that last map of Inferno. I think when it's so close and you're a team, you're up against a team like VP who try to milk this as much as they can. I like
it's very meta.
I like it. I like the save. It's a good save.
I think there's so many rounds still to be played. There's no reason for you to do that at this point in time. You're only at 12. The score is 12-10. If it were... I mean, that's the thing. VP, no matter the score, they did it at, what was it, 10-1 for them on Inferno, right? It's just, if a round is very difficult to win, why would you go for it if you might need that money later on, right? Unless you're set until the end of the half and you have nothing to lose except, you know, those guns, then who cares, right? But here for Liquid, there's a lot of things still in play. So I think that was a no-brainer in a way for them. And back to the double op.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Naf got his pick. He's back at B. Oh, is there a barrel? Is there something? Might not matter. Patsy's blind anyway. Seems aware. Oh, and pulls the volley. No way he commits with it. Flits out of there. Given a second chance in this round. Flit has no help right now. Mir's coming out from under. He had that awful 1v2, but he's been hitting bangers in this map, no doubt. That spray up Con last round as he ran through the smoke. Maybe VP want to test it again. Flit's cleared out lower. Flit and Mir in middle. I mean, that is a terrifying duo to run into.
And that was the change, you know, if you remember their major round, that was Flit and Fame. Fame was having Mir's roles and Kickert was playing what Fame is doing now. So they were doing a great job at it, and I think that's why you're seeing a little bit less output from Fame. I think he's still getting used to this new role.
Lurking up in Palace right now as VP get ready to hit the A side. Ooh, hope that doesn't spread, OC.
No, I like it. They're really trying to bait this. Like, they flashed ramp. No one fired a bullet. No one gave up the idea that anyone was close. The molly only confirms that, and so Rainwaker gets these for free. It's just one from him. YEKINDAR at least stops this tide from bursting out through Palace. It's James left up in the clutch. He's going to have a chance at the plant, but it's swiftly extinguished by Nafly, who swings out from the spawn. And a team ace dawns for Team Liquid. Everyone getting a kill in the round, and that's how they put VP away.
Yeah, they win one T-side round in this half and immediately reset. Of course, not the same implications that word once has, but VP don't have a load of money on their back pocket after having a very quiet second half. Liquid, this is looking very good for them right now to take us to Anubis. But dare I count VP early? That would be a fatal mistake.
Obviously on a walk down through lower. Gets given a jiggle, given another one, trying to bait this shot out of him, trying to make him nervous.
Ooh.
Lobs the smoke, trying to fight through it now. Bit of spam. This is kind of crazy. He's still locked in here. YEKINDAR's actually coming to help him. And that's just to get him out of there.
Good time wasted, though. VP will still have to dedicate some serious seconds to clearing lower back out after the smoke. So this whole round slowed down a little bit. Fame wants to pick it up. But even Rainwaker passive back at CT is giving him nothing. Liquid still have top mid as well. They've got so much control. VP smoke window will not do much. Oh, Patsi tried to block it. It's up to OC now.
Are they going to run boost? They are, yeah.
Sick. They might not see you. YEKINDAR will have no idea. He turns around, though. They hear it. And YEKINDAR gets that kill. Can he escape? Mir shouldn't have let him, but he does.
You hear him leaving. He knows he's right behind them anyway, and so YEKINDAR will fall. That's the OC AWP out of the round. OC up close, looks for the trade on the M4, and he can't get it. Mir has suddenly opened a back door up through the connector and into the A play. James lends a helping hand now. Rainwaker's got to do this alone. He's got support from Naf, actually. Back in spawn, 2 players here. And Rainwaker dead immediately, swung on by Fame. Virtus.pro have still got fight left in them. 11-13. Another stray round, but it's a 5 alive one. And so that's going to help VP in the long game here.
Yeah, and also when you kill YEKINDAR there and you drop that up, you know he's just traded. So OC's got to be close. Mir remains very vigilant about that possibility. And gets two, you know, he lets the comp player escape, but only because he knows he has good timing to flank them. And Liquid won't expect it. They were just a second late to the angle. Forced AWP for OC. High risk. Looking to play save if VP avoid him. But that means he's got to play mobile if he wants to win this round. Attempting an opener in middle. VP give him nothing. They go back for an A execute. Of course they do. They're up against pistols. VP leave nothing to chance.
I think just the persistence from VP is wild. To keep at it with the default and just sort of focus on map control and taking zones step by step. You could see they used 2 flashes in that previous round for Fame to take control of ramp slope and then just swing right outside to see that no one is playing close. And the patience from Mir on that sort of a lurk. I mean, a lot of players would be, and coaches, I mean, would be frustrated. Like, why does he swing for the trade? But it's really not the correct play. A player could be up on the rails of Cat, or, you know, you don't have any information. Just a player that you run boosted died. So for him to wait the extra second and hit that really good timing, you could see he caught YEKINDAR off guard. And just that's where the firepower from the VP side of things really comes into play. Winning a couple of those raw aim duels when they were low on utility and being able to close out the round, that was huge for them.
5 alive here is just such a nice cushion for VP.
And the problem was, in all these gun rounds, they're playing from behind. Like, Liquid has a lot of money in the bank, so that makes it a lot more difficult to play default because they can go for so many more plays. They're not scared of dying, and, you know, even if they fail with some of the aggression, they can still rebuy in the following round. Now it's going to be much more difficult for them to call a double push apps, you know, or to play close ramp, or to do all these things. They're going to have to think about it twice. So we'll see. Is this the moment where VP actually changes the pace, calls something a little bit more different, or are they just really happy with how the defaults are going?
I mean, thus far, I've got the vibe they're pretty content with how this has looked.
But it's also the plan. The defaults have a different look, right? Like, look at where Fame is now as the A player. He's at the start of B apps, and they're still going to fight for mid and try to take control, but it's going to be a little bit different, it feels like, this time around.
How are they getting him out? Is it just a swing? Window smoke comes in. Got flashes available. YEKINDAR's up top mid once more. He's gotten away with this kill in previous rounds. Run boost again. Flash goes, YEKINDAR turns, and he plucks him out of the sky. Where's that trade? Mir comes in, YEKINDAR looks good in middle, and even though the nades come costly, he will survive his escape. Even OC getting a pick on the way out. And so that could not have gone better, really, for Team Liquid. In a 4-on-2 now, they just decide to group.
That was a good idea, but bad execution from VP, really. You know, the players, they run boosted mid without the underground guys being close to also swing at the same time.
Will he go B? Because the bomb is... How the hell does the bomb get into A? You know, do you want to just crawl through Con and hope you are not being covered now? Or does Norbert want to flank B into the stack? Remember, he doesn't know about this stack. Even YEKINDAR's patrolling spawn. And Palace swing means the round's over. But Naf's just going to stay in his position, rightly so, knowing he can win the round with a kill on Jame here and now. He might not jump the gun, wait for the retake. Smoke comes down, they realize Naf's aggressive. It's Palace or Ramp. Oh, YEKINDAR's trapped in spawn. Norbert needs to take this kill now.
Oh, he decides against it, goes back in a second later. Hit by the flash, and now Naf gets rid of him. That molly does a bit of damage, but not the killing blow to YEKINDAR, and that leaves Jame in this alone. Flash in at the top of Con.
Yeah.
Jame gets back off the angle, but they're on the bomb and they're sticking it. Rainwaker late from short will lock Jame out of that clutch as he gets the 1v4 down to a 1v2, but isn't able to close it out.
Oh, Norbert didn't know how easy that kill on YEKINDAR could have been. He was so low in spawn and isolated, but presuming there was, you know, it was a lot harder than that. He just tried to molly it and survive. And that's when Naf comes out of Palace. All started with Liquid locking down middle.
Yeah, you see, it's like YEKINDAR gets the mid fight and then has plenty of time to turn around and also has another 1v1 versus Mir from underground. Like Norbert needs to be closer and the run boost needs to wait for 2 seconds, and that way, as he's shooting the guy top mid, you're killing him in his back, right? Like, sure, there was a player in con too, but I think it was OC with the op, or whoever it is, you will trade him first and then, right? Like,
you could tell, like, YEKINDAR was so aware as well of, like, where, I think even he was almost surprised that, like, the fight hadn't come out con yet. He turned around as fast as he could, and there still wasn't even a guy out, and so he just caught him, like, on the fullback.
But this round, I'm very curious to see what happens, because both teams have really been pretty adamant in their approach. You know, Liquid has been denying mid, has been wanting to fight for mid, or at least fight for the extremities if they're giving it. And VP just default after default. No early, really, focuses towards the bomb sites outside of that one round where they want to walk out taps. But I mean, that's also a... It's not really a full execute or anything along those lines. It's just a twist to the default. Now it's a little bit more pace. They're getting some control given to them on mid. They didn't really go B at all. And you can see even in this round, Liquid is opening for A. That's interesting.
Oh, really see much B.
Did Nav see that?
Surely.
I think he saw the barrel on that second look.
Pressure's on OC, really, right? He's got to lock down B, apps, and short. Or at least potentially. It's VP playing catwalk, but taking the bomb A. Flit in a high-impact position here. But they do know about him, no doubt about it. This is not easy with the A stack still in tune here for Liquid. Patsi in a one-and-done position. Anything more is a miracle. And talking of Mir, coming up con, playing that first lurk.
Oh, Patsi and Sandwich.
Oh,
Able to get out with a double, and OC even strikes down. Flit late lurking up through short with a missed shot from Jame. This should be a done deal. Naf swings out for the trade. And so Team Liquid plays ahead up onto 15. 3 chances now to put this map away versus VP and take us to the third. Anubis waiting in the wings should we need it.
Yeah, some really good reads from Team Liquid on the CT side too, right? And maybe a little bit of predictable calling from Jame in some of these rounds. Not switching the pace at all, or just switching the bomb side they were going to go for. Maybe anticipating that Liquid was going to do exactly that, and the best thing to do is just keep doing the same thing, but YEKINDAR not falling for those tricks.
Oh, doesn't make that pick easy.
And Mir
Nice.
both get a kill apiece. And suddenly the A site's open. Jame, fancy moves as he tries to take away the CT spawn. And now he can just scope in, hold down these long angles on the AWP. He's taking every fight he can.
Had enough. 24 kills. He's just trying to put them in his backpack and carrying them into overtime. And it might work, at least for this round, forcing Liquid's hand to save. Playing. We've got a 30-round game.
Let's hope the bot is working and doing his job.
Just gonna let it sit.
Yeah, just don't even bother Rush. He's just out for blood today.
Wow, man, he didn't even come back on. He's that beaten down. That beat up.
It's fine, he's been on vacation for a week, you know, maybe he needs a couple of days to get back into the swing
The
of
jet
things.
lag's kicking.
The jet lag's kicking in.
Yeah, Cologne is a while away. That's a big kill. We've got 30 rounds.
Yeah, you want to bet?
Yeah, we got overtime.
I think Rainmaker was just jump spotting and James sort of just peeked him. 2 entries and yeah. It's wild. Like this game is very curious. I haven't seen a game like this in a while where, I mean, VP has been doing with variations the same thing their entire T side. The absolute same thing. And Liquid has sort of in every round done something that, you know, can work against it. Whether they were focusing to fight them for mid and try to deny them that control, or they would just try to buy time on mid while they're trying to punish VP on the extremities, you know?
Has a single round ended B for VP? I don't think it has.
I don't think so either.
They've gone A.
I mean, the rounds they saved, they
rounds.
wanted to go B, but they got denied, so...
But they've never planted B.
And Liquid was, you know, at no point did Liquid go 3B anticipating that. If anything, they've just been
stacking A, yeah.
more A and more A.
Another A stack, 3 strong.
Just
Half solo.
Hey,
oh,
VP about to send the reminder. By the way, B's a bomb site.
Ooh, aiming very hard.
And there was the reminder, and so now back to A.
That's James expecting the AWP peak, not the jump up. Not only because we've had Naf AWPing, but also because he saved OC saved an AWP. So where do you start? You go for a pick. You play, you know, the extremities, Palace apps, and James was trying to read the AWP peak, but it doesn't come through.
Dude,
and they reset.
When I said go back to A, it was kind of more as a meme. The idea of going back to a site that you've not played anyone on at the start of the round is terrifying to me. They don't know what's happening over in Palace, and so honestly, getting out with the 1-for-1 there isn't the worst way that could have gone down.
Yeah.
Still, you've traded an AK for a USP, so VP are not happy about it regardless.
They know where YEKINDAR is, and they're about to find OC out the hard way as well. Will this change the tune? Flit?
He's gonna come to his dream. To his dreams.
To his dreams. To his nightmares, Yanko. He's coming in his dreams, Harry.
Hey, in Serbian it sounds different. Gonna haunt them in his dreams.
He will haunt him in his dreams.
Oh, yeah, no, that works nicely.
Yeah.
That's maybe even like a prettier way of saying it. Here we
Maybe
are.
I'll get Fred to tutor me.
YEKINDAR, damage on a Nor, but a lot of damage at that. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to entice Liquid in. They at least want to try and get their hands on this AWP. It's so close, yet it's just out of reach. Patsi, if only his arms were about 3 feet longer.
30 rounds and more. That's what the doctor ordered. 20 CCs of 30 rounds, stat.
It is actually huge because they don't have money to buy it.
The only way they have that AWP is by saving it. And it was right there. They could see it. They could practically taste it. But they couldn't save it. Like a good dessert.
Try the white cake.
So VP, 30 rounds locked in.
Hello. Oh, massive. He got an AWP. He got an AWP.
They literally, that never happens.
They literally didn't have enough to buy even a glass AWP and a single player. So that's the only way. James just got jamed on.
He did. He Naf jamed all over him.
Oh, blimey. AWP grab.
That's crazy. I've never seen someone Uno reverse a James save. And that's what Naf just did. Can that be the push? Will this AWP be the big impactful thing that is the difference maker on this map? Let's find out. But first, that's that.
Well, I mean, considering how OC's game has been going, we'll see if he'll be able to find some impact. It's been a tough series in a way. I mean, that's maybe a little bit unfair, but he's missed a couple of important shots at different times, right? It could have maybe turned the game around. So let's see what he decides to do. He has a good spawn. Does he jump cat again?
Oh, he wants to. He wants to do something in mid. Let's see. Down into lower.
Boost? No.
Oh. Oh, he's gotten out of the danger zone, but there's always more danger. He will get out.
That was great tracking blind. Like, he lost himself and he got out full blind. Looks easy for us, but my guy's screen was white. Could see nothing, and he goes back to ramp for more. 30 rounds are where VP do their best work, but was this comeback? I say comeback, they were leading at the half, but this late game recovery all for nothing because Naf sealed AWP, maybe signing VP's death warrant. Jane needed that pick, it's not presented. 5-on-4 for Liquid, but Flit out in the window, not for long. And Liquid might just drag us to a third map.
And it might be the AWP as a shining star in the round for Liquid. OC's in the right place to put a stop to this A play. He flashes his teammates into the connector. And Patsy's even ready to go pressuring for more. For Liquid now, they just can't give this one away. This is the best and only chance they're going to have to close it out in regulation. Mir gets one on the smoke fade up through the connector. 30 seconds left. VP grouping over at ramp. They want to play this one to the extremities of the timer. And so the final 20 seconds is when they make their move. Smoke in at jungle. Mir attempt to give him a little bit of room, and he will pounce out a con. It's 3v5. It's taken flawlessly, and we run it back into overtime. Some things never change with VP in the server, or with Liquid for that matter.
Oh, Mir's a monster. Mir is an absolute monster. 3 unbelievable kills. He gets this one, and then he closes it. Just sickening. Liquid had full info in 5v3. Naf is fighting Con. They don't even look at B. They know what's happening. 4 on A, and VP just absolutely shred them.
That's crazy. VP finds a way, and look at it now. Now they're going to change the pace and try maybe the Apps walkout yet again. And look at VP, Liquid, they have 5 guys on mid. They're sick of it.
Oh, they don't believe it. Out through the apartment, out into the A site. Rainwaker convincing on the spray. And Rainwaker makes it look way too easy there. Considering he's peaked 3 different angles of elevation, 3 different fights ahead of him, but he nails them on the transfer. And so Team Liquid arrive in OT in a very big way. Rainwaker makes a statement as he shuts down that attempted walkout through Palace. 2v5 now. And surely Liquid don't let this one get away from them. Oh, but there would be the first.
They're lining up.
How much weirder does it get? How much weirder does it get? Not much with that.
He peeked his own flash.
TBH.
Jay 1v4? Not today. Rainwaker with 4 frags on that A spray. And yeah, Liquid take the first, but they couldn't take the last. Not of Reg. Great round for Rainwaker.
I think also for this round, maybe VP, when they're going out, they smoke jungle from top mid, right? I think it's, if you're going to do an Apps walkout, I think it's better with 3 guys, just smoke bench and have the op hold stairs. And you don't need to worry about jungle or con or short or anything, right? Like, I think that would be a much better scenario for them. And I think they would have absolutely won the round if that's how they draw it up. But Rainwaker steps up, saves the round for Liquid. And now back to the default. I think the players were just not ready for doing anything else. VP's players, and they were just coming running. They didn't know where to look and what to do.
James says like, all right, we're gonna go fast A, and everyone just is stunned silence in response. Like, wait, what? All right, 1 kill, 2 kills for Team Liquid. This OT is actually treating them very well right now. And so VP going to be left grouping for the B here.
They're going B. That's how you know it's desperate. This is the first proper B attack we've seen all half, all T side, and it might work out with an entry from Nor, but he will get traded. Got to get a reload off on this A1S. YEKINDAR's even burning, so he is in a bit of a trouble right now. AWP does a pre-scope, and Jane will live to regret it. YEKINDAR still lives. Fresh mag, fresh YEKINDAR, and fresh round for Team Liquid. 3 off of the Latvian captain as Liquid look to lock in a flawless CT side.
I think, for example, like, you look at G2, right? G2 likes to play a lot of default. Or Mirage too, and you know that people are going to do it against you with Vitality, for example. But what they would do sometimes is they would still play default, but do a 5-man mid default, right? And that way, if people are fighting you, you are going to win that fight with bodies. And VP still sometimes, it's still 1 guy A, 1 guy B, 3 guys trying to take mid. So Liquid sometimes can just win the numbers game against them.
Well, all the numbers are coming up for Liquid right now. I mean, apart from how this round started, obviously. Tag on a YEKINDAR, maybe even dead to the nade, thankfully not. And so everything's still fine for Team Liquid.
For now. There's always that looming threat, that air of caution.
All right, looks like a B split.
Nice. And Nav, getting dangerous.
I mean, he's not really had to deal with fighting anyone here yet. He knows the red flag was there. There's actually someone in the apartments, and so that's enough to put the fear in Liquid here. Flit crossing over on Catwalk. Rainwaker will have missed this timing. Patsy's pushed all the way through T-spawn, and so Liquid know this isn't the A play. Mir should be a dead man, caught on the fullback, not the way you wanted this to start. For VP, they now know that Liquid have got the info. Liquid have pushed that deep, they know what's happening, so they're going to try and change it on the fly. They're going to try and outmaneuver Team Liquid. This is kind of wild. Fast up through the connector. Patsi is here on the ramp side, and he drops the bomb out in the open. Players getting caught in rotation, but James needs this kill, and he's not going to get it. So Virtus.pro can't win this, and Liquid take the CT side without dropping a round in OT.
You could have justified Patsi full flanking there at 30 seconds. The fact that he gets that kill on Mir and resets T-spawn is so mad, but because VP bail from that B hit, it works out perfectly.
I think the problem is that we have VP over here in the studio close to us. I think once they saw the player push B up, someone called out 3B. And I'm not sure why that call was made. They weren't 3B, and I think that's what delayed the hit. But by the time they were actually wanted to go, you know, when Mir died, they started going. That's when they were actually, I mean, even 4 players B. So some miscommunication there from the side of VP. And now they need to be flawless on the CT side.
Not easy, but they did get 9 rounds in reg. However, this is a very different game, a very different Liquid.
They want these fights in middle. I'm going to get them for free. James has opened the round in a 5v4 for Virtus.pro. They could at least get this mid exchange, right? They've got the room they were looking for. A man down, but at least something to show for it here. Going to start to cross in behind the smokes. YEKINDAR likes to do it. He's got support as well. Him and Patsi taking this space while Naf is just holding. He will get given a fight here. A dink down range, but one that Naf wins out. He's returned that man advantage now into neutral ground. 4v4 as they make their way up for the A split.
Flit timing is everything, and he's playing it on a very thin line right now. He'll get one, but YEKINDAR trading at 30 seconds. They come through the util. OC still checks it. What a peek for OC. That might be the game-winning kill at this point. Fame is still out in front of the smoke at 20 seconds. He's going to try and drop that bomb and throw this round into disarray. Keep VP living on, and he will. Pulls a nade. A little dangerous, but it might just be okay for Fame as time expires. YEKINDAR goes running. He cannot win this round. VP find one more at least.
And it's JV YEKINDAR at the end, and James wins it to time. It's poetic, isn't it?
What was that from OC though? Why is he just...
Yeah, why not the short
They
part?
smoke so he can... There's a player can be there. Like, well, what was Liquid doing in a 3v2? Why aren't his teammates at least decide where you want to plant and then cover him? I think maybe Naf was supposed to cover CT for him, but there was timing there. I don't know. That was very strange, and that could have been it. A lot of frustrating rounds for Liquid in some of these clutches.
Nah, Liquid frustrating rounds? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
They still have 2 more chances. That's what they're telling themselves, right? 2 more.
A second opening kill in a row for James. They saw him. They know he's here. They can spam him out. YEKINDAR will hunt that kill. James.
I can't believe James still hanging around.
He's trapped by the molly. No getting out now. They won't clear him. Watch this.
Oh my
God. Won't clear him.
The game just plays differently for James. He gets fights no one else has access to. And so now,
how about a third?
Ready for the swing out through Palace. James, who's already had his fill, might need to be hungry for more here. Naf with the backstab, but James got smooth moves. He's still alive. They've tried and failed to get him 3 times over. Now a nade's come in. That's another one. Another attempt at James' life.
Swing at the king, you better not miss. Swing at the lord, and his merry men will come for you. James finds a third kill. And he is still in this round. Mir goes through the smoke once again. And it's Naf in a 1v3. Or VP bordering a second overtime here on map 2. Nothing to do for Naf, and playing passive won't get you any merit. VP are not hunting this kill. They are waiting for you to expire on time. Naf will walk into this AWP, and VP will take 17. Unless... No, James got 4 kills.
Doing his best Castro impression,
I was
surviving
about
all
to
those
say, man, yeah,
assassination
plays him like a
attempts.
Fidel, right? Like, craziness. Absolute craziness.
Liquid coming from NA being the CIA, obviously, all makes sense. Come back full circle.
How, man? Like, it is madness.
Yeah,
and, like, once again, you know, it's because you've seen James just fight you through comm. What's the thing you expect him to do the least? Sit in the exact same corner and wait with the CZ. But that's what he did. We all saw it. Liquid, one more chance. That's what Daps has got to be reminding them here. One more chance to close this out.
We're better than this.
Yeah. Deny a second OT.
Not stressed at all in this opening game of Group D. Group of drama. As VP want to pull this one back and lock Liquid into the mid.
The worst thing is they had the most, like, something simple, like an A execute, like just maybe have like good success, you know, with VP playing, really giving them the site and then being a little bit too slow on the retakes. Like, you could get the bomb down, find yourself in a good situation if you're Team Liquid.
Well, one more chance. Fade. Holds the line. It's good damage, but
nice.
There's a trade to the advantage
Just
at Liquid.
reset, go
now,
B.
all anyone's thinking is, okay, let's not mess this up.
Great mindset, Harry. Oh, man.
But here they are,
Oh,
potentially
dear.
about to mess it up as Mir.
They're walking now.
Oh, the walk.
Oh.
This
going
is
mid.
no, hang on. It's getting weird. It's getting weird in the forest.
Does Mir get cleared? Who clears Mir? No.
Oh, no,
Oh, you're crazy.
Now Mir
Robert.
waits. Now Mir keeps waiting. Now Mir keeps waiting. Now surely,
They
They
clear it.
clear it. They
Yeah.
clear it. They
Here
find
we
him,
go.
and it might all be for
But-
naught. James is a dead man, and Liquid, they do manage to shave off VP. They keep him at bay, and they take us the distance.